This week she's visiting Peterhead, Scotland's busiest fishing port, to find out what Brexit may mean for the future of the industry.
Summer's Brexit battle saw the fishing industry thrust into the spotlight. For many fed-up Scottish fishermen, June's EU referendum was the opportunity they'd waited decades for. Fishermen argued that when Britain joined the common market, it lost control of their industry. Strict catch quotas were imposed, fishermen were paid to leave the sector and destroy their boats, while other EU countries were allowed access to prime Scottish fishing grounds. It's no wonder then that 92% of fishermen are believed to have backed Brexit. Now, with the nation about to embark on divorce proceedings, I want to find out how the industry is feeling about the future. Skipper Jimmy Buchan was a vocal supporter of the Leave campaign. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Welcome on board.
Thank you. He fishes for longestine and monkfish, and his quota, the amount he can catch each month, is set by the EU's Common Fisheries Policy. It's designed to protect fish stocks, but Jimmy and many of his colleagues who voted for Brexit blame it for the decline in the industry.
Brexit to me means a rebalance of a wrongdoing from 40 years ago. During the late 90s, when the pressure really came on to whitefish stocks, I had to make a decision. I either had to do what many of my colleagues do, which was decommission my boat, leave and go and create a new career, or change and adapt. So I changed to catch langoustine, monkfish, cod, away from the traditional haddock.
And how are stocks now?
I mean, to be fair, the stocks are exceedingly well. They have recovered. Now, that is partly due to legislation, but it's also been the good governance of the fishermen themselves.
Another bone of contention has been access to fishing grounds. Any vessel registered within the EU has equal access to all EU waters. A recent study found that between 2012 and 2014, 51% of fish and shellfish caught in Scottish waters were landed by boats from outside the UK. What do you think the Brexit negotiations will mean for Scottish waters and foreign fishing vessels in them?
The fish are swimming in our waters, and I think it's a bad day and a bad deal that our rights has been traded away by our politicians. Obviously there was a deal done and we get less of that share than what our European counterparts get.
Who should be in charge of allocating quotas once we leave the EU?
Well, my opinion, I think it should be the stakeholders. In this case, the fishermen, the fishermen's representatives. We must take account of science. Science is important, but one thing I am sure, it shouldn't be politicians.
Do you think the industry, the fishing industry, can be trusted though to self-regulate?
Absolutely, without a question of doubt.
In the Dolphin Cafe, where fishermen and buyers gather after the morning market, Brexit is still a constant topic of conversation.
They've got a pretty bad deal in the way into Europe, and there's concerns we'll get a bad deal in the way out of Europe.
Many worry that when divorce negotiations with the EU begin, their industry could be bargained away to secure rights elsewhere.
Previous governments have used the fishing bill, if you would like, as a bartering tool to gain other gains in Europe.
And there is the potential that fishing rights could be traded away for something else.